2022 live Oxventure. I am Croissants AHOY, the human pirate rogue, and I will steal anything from anyone. For example, Dob's loot is now mine.
What the?
That's right. I'm the bard now.
How did you get that? Did you notice the smell?
Yeah, Croissant is a guy who has Dob's loot, and now it's his. What do
You must
think
not have
about
noticed the
that,
smell.
Dob? How much will you give me to have your loot back now?
The real loot's in here.
It's about to be if you don't pay for this loot.
Pay the man, Merwin. You're treasurer, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's yours, though. That's not the guild's.
Well, argue on my behalf.
It's fine, it's like an internal recharge thing. It's okay.
Hello, by the way, I'm Dob, the half-orc bard. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Egbert, the Dragonborn Paladin, and the only thing I've stolen is the people's heart. And that's why they call me the People's Paladin.
I'm Prudence, the Tiefling Warlock, and I firmly believe that it's not stealing if you kill them first.
It's inheritance.
Thank you.
I'm Merwin, the Wood Elf Druid, and I think with some of the people I've accidentally killed, I've stolen a lot of people's innocence. Yeah. Thank you.
Got a cheer.
I'm literally everyone else in the world.
Dob, I'm bored of this. It's hard. You can have it back.
Technically, that means I stole Egbert's kidney. Welcome to this new Oxventure, which begins in a lovely field, sort of uphill and down dale. And you've taken the afternoon off. You're heading to the village of Saint Crois, which is, of course, a small village placed in Geth, which is famed for having the best bakery in all of the land.
Ooh, great.
Their pastry melts in the mouth, and rumor has it they do delicious donuts inspired by Scotch eggs. They're kind of like this sweet and rich dough with like a spherical custard middle. They have a wizard who comes in specifically to make sure that they're perfectly round before they go in the fryer. They are to die for. Arguably, this group being who they are, some people might die for them before the session's over. But
I've never wanted anything more. Nothing will stand in my way.
So currently, you're just sort of like gambolling around, having a nice little bimble, lovely sunny day, on the way to the village of Saint Crois, famous for their croissants.
Wow, I can't wait to eat those great croissants. It's going to be the best quest we've ever been on, right, gang? I say.
It's going to be the easiest quest we've ever been on. It sounds delicious.
We'll find some way to F it up, I'm sure. So where is this bakery in town? Is it known to us? Do we need to find its location first?
Well, you're not quite at the town yet.
Oh, okay.
Basically, the village is actually very, very small. It's very easy to find the bakery because it's smack bang in the middle of town, and you just follow the queues.
Right.
But pretty much the whole way you've been going on this quest, Seal Gaiman has been your guide. Because he picked up the
Like a divining rod sort of thing.
Exactly. He picked up the scent of Saint Croix 3 days ago. So, Egbert, you've kind of had 2 restless nights of just having to like hold on. But you're near the village now, which you can tell from his increased excitement, where he's just kind of like boom, 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 up and down the hills. When suddenly he stops at the crest of a hill, and suddenly comes like galumphing back down, and is just in a circle around Egbert. It's going boom, 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 boom,
Okay.
boom, boom, boom.
What is it,
Egbert,
boy?
control your seal.
I can't control the seal.
Not when he gets like this.
In many ways, the seal controls me.
Bites Egbert on the ankle. It's at this point you realise that you can actually smell the village. It's a very common thing that, you know, like the legend of Saint Croix, the kind of like tagline of the whole town is Saint Croix, you'll smell us before you see us.
That's my tagline too.
Yeah.
And Dobbs.
And Tanner's Folly, the urine-soaked town as well.
That many a court case has been fought over. Like,
It's just such a great tagline.
Yeah.
It's evocative, I'll give them that. But, basically it's famous for there being this one last hill before you see the village spread out before you. But as you're cresting that hill, you get to smell the bakery and, you know, kind of savor the sense of anticipation before it is finally revealed to you. And you, sure enough, have picked up that scent for yourselves. Maybe this has just been hyped up a little bit by other people in Geth and like a seal who used to be a man. But it doesn't smell great. It's not actually that inviting. It's kind of like a bitterness on the wind. Maybe they burned a batch of baked goods or something. You're not sure, but it's not the delicious buttery scent that you were hoping for.
This is suspicious. Let me survey the valley below.
Okay. Sure. If you want to go up and have a.
I want to look down into the valley and just see if I can see, because it should smell nice. Why does it smell bad?
Absolutely, it should smell nice. Make me a wisdom perception check, please. Atop the hill.
14.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's a confusing tableau, to say the very least. Where you would sort of expect a village to be, like if you were making an oil painting, it would be most aesthetically pleasing to put the village, say, like there. There's sort of just like a village-sized smoking ruin.
I see.
Ah.
Don't look.
It wasn't us. This
Hey,
time.
that's for once.
For once.
It wasn't us.
Was it
gotta get
definitely not us?
We got to get away from here before people start saying this was us.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's them. They did it.
For a 14, you can also have... this definitely wasn't advertised in the brochure, and certainly none of the sort of anecdotes you've heard about this bakery have mentioned the fact that the village is in fact next to an absolutely massive walled citadel covered in battlements and like cannon placements and all sorts of things. It's odd.
Maybe
Say
it's
the
like
very least.
it's a cooking technique. You have a big smoking crater in the ground and you place the dough in it. And it slow cooks among the rubble.
Yeah.
And then they take it. Maybe maybe it's fine.
Yeah, maybe
I just really want a
famous
croissant.
smoked croissants.
cannon smoked croissant.
Beautifully smoked croissant.
Charcoal activated.
Yeah.
It's croissants.
So let's not be suspicious.
Let's walk into the crater.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Okay, well, yeah. Let's head down to the crater and look for more suspicious signs.
Or croissants.
Can I see anyone on top of the ramparts of the castle?
Make me a wisdom perception check.
Man.
17 plus... dirty 20.
Yes, you can. You can see sort of vaguely humanoid shapes. It's a little bit far. You're not entirely sure who it is up there. And, God, there are loads of you in here. I'm not going to do that again.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's weird. There are vaguely humanoid shapes atop the ramparts, but you notice actually the portcullis of this sort of huge citadel is open. And you see just a couple of figures kind of filing in, holding boxes. Dirty 20?
Yeah?
They've got tails. You can't, at this range, you can't quite make out sort of who or what they are. But you do notice that as kind of the last one comes in, the portcullis kind of jiggity comes down.
Whoa.
And then, it's strange, sort of, I mean, there's a hell of a lot of smoke billowing up from this ruined village. There's also quite a lot of smoke kind of coming out of the chimneys of this great citadel. But suddenly these chimneys like spit a little flame out the top, and the smoke comes up even more, as on a series of sort of rows of crab-like mechanical legs, the whole thing just kind of like raises itself up and kind of like tick, 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 turns and just starts to sort of scuttle off over the next rise of the hill.
Has it gone?
It's certainly going.
I think we should run and try and jump on a leg and climb aboard.
But what if the smoked croissants are in the crater?
There'll be even smokier croissants inside the moving castle.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, fine, whatever. I just really want a croissant. So if you can promise me croissants, I'm in.
I promise you 100 croissants.
Oh my God. Let's do this thing.
Not one more, not one less.
Okay, Dub, make me a strength athletics check to try and catch up with this thing.
Okay.
It's moving fairly swiftly.
Can anyone help me?
You need the swift agility of a regular human, I say, and I also run.
You can have inspiration for that.
Strength athletics?
Yeah,
Yep, strength athletics, please.
20!
Damn! 15.
Okay, all right. Dub, what's your armor class?
Odd question.
Let's see why that's relevant.
16.
Okay. So I've got good news and bad news, Dub.
All right, let's hear the good news.
The good news is you catch up real fast to this thing, and you are thus able to tell that the things on the ramparts are lizard folk.
Lizard folk are up there on the ramparts.
These are sort of lizard people who are sort of the same size as humans. They kind of got like a cool like ruff, and they've got like scaly hides. They've got natural armor, so they don't tend to really wear much in the way of clothing, just enough to keep it PG-13. And it turns out they're quite gifted at throwing javelins.
We'll see.
Because the bad news is you've caught up just quickly enough to catch one of them in the chest.
Oh.
You are only taking 3 damage, in fairness, because
Call that a javelin!
it's piercing damage because the throw wasn't great.
Can I pull it out and throw it back?
Let me just get Corazon in range, and then you can make a ranged attack at disadvantage. Oh, that's a 1. Okay, Corazon, you kind of run up. You are behind Dob, so you're not really within sort of jumping onto this thing range. You see just in time, Lizardfolk kind of pulls back the javelin and then just throws it over the ramparts, forgetting to let go.
Oh, okay.
And just kind of like, just, basically just kind of lands neatly on its chin, which sort of like telescopes its neck in sort of like quite a convenient but fatal way.
Like in front of me?
Yes.
Oh, is the javelin nice?
It's okay.
Oh, I'll have it.
Okay. I mean, you will steal anything.
Yeah.
Dob, you've also got a javelin.
Prudent.
Yeah, forget the javelin. I sense an NPC that's about to be elevated. I want to walk over to the corpse of the dragonkin and cast Speak with Dead.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, sure, you cast Speak with Dead, and it goes...
Oh, what are the rules of Speak with Dead? It's ages. I ask 3 questions, is it? 3 questions, the answers are cryptic.
That question was to me.
5. Maybe we'll make it 3.
5 questions, 3 questions.
Dragonkin. What?
Lizard folk.
Oh, lizard folk?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's offended.
Was that one of the questions?
No.
Lizard folk, you have embarrassingly shuffled off this mortal coil. Tell me this. What's with this castle? What's the deal? What did you want with this town?
That was 3 questions.
Yeah, and I want my 3 answers.
What's this castle?
What's this castle? What's the deal?
Yeah.
What do you want with this
What
town?
do you want with this town?
Big walking.
Big walking.
Big walking.
Everything. His head falls off.
Is it a nice head?
Yes.
I'll have it. I'll have that as well.
All right, great. Cool.
Okay, so
Tie it to
what's
your
the-
horse. It expands your inventory. Unaccountably.
Great. My limited inventory's already been holding me back, I will say.
Oh, I'm sorry I keep a loose hand on the tiller.
So what's the castle? Big.
Big.
What's the deal?
Walking.
Walking. What did you want with this town?
Everything.
Everything.
Okay, well, sure, it's not the interrogation we would have hoped. And yet, I feel confident that we can say that this is a castle that roams around, taking everything from a village, and then it moves on to the next one.
Well, that's bad. We should stop it. Where is it now? Is it going off in
It
the
is
distance?
over the hill and far away.
Don't any of you wizards track it with your wizard magic?
I've been slowly walking after you all this time,
Yeah,
watching the
same, just
lizardkin being
seeing
resurrected
it
and then
unfold.
dying again, and only now am I catching up to you.
Checking out my cool new javelin.
Hey, cool new javelin.
And this head. It's
Oh.
free.
Oh.
Can I have a look at the javelin and just see if there's anything interesting or unusual about it?
Sorry, my javelin.
I've got a javelin too.
Got a javelin. It's
sticking out of me.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Well,
I spin around and the javelin hits Corazon.
that
Oh,
is
sorry,
cer-
I'm sorry.
That is certainly one of the interesting things about this javelin, is that it's sticking out of your chest. based on your initial analysis, i.e. hitting Corazon in the face with it, it seems to be like a sturdy but flexible wood on the haft. It is kind of like the tip, from what little of it you can see.
Yeah.
Seems to be sort of like a sharp stone that's kind of like almost got a jade like sheen to it. It's kind of been sharpened to a very sharp point. It's well maintained, but it is relatively crude. Like, we're talking like leather straps here. It's kind of the hallmark of like your average marauding marauder who's a lizard man.
Okay. Do we think there's anything in the fact that it's made of jade? Do we know if there are any areas of Geth that are particularly rich in this particular mineral? Prudent.
Well,
Mineralogists
I mean,
to the guild.
As well, you know I'm an amateur mineralogist when I'm not warlocking.
Don't do yourself down. Professional.
Can I try detect magic on the jade javelin?
Of course you can, yes.
Anything
I would
magical?
point out that it doesn't super matter where the javelin came from. It's where they're sort of going next is more of the issue.
Well, I'm sure it's leaving a track. You can't be a giant walking citadel and
That's
not
true.
leave a track, so
That's
we just
true.
follow
We
that.
can.
Be
follow
leaving
the
a yes. A
But
big.
in the meantime,
Huh?
I'm very interested in the mineralogy, and you know, that thing I'm into.
Mineralogy.
Mineralogy.
Of
So
this
this
jade.
is detect magic?
Yeah, actually, yeah, let's detect magic.
Yeah.
I don't really know anything about minerals.
I believe you hit me with your javelin, your chest javelin.
Oh, right. There we go. In there.
Rude.
It went in me a bit more when I did it.
How much
18?
damage did you take from that javelin?
Just
3.
happens, doesn't it?
Actually, it does just
Not
happen.
very much.
Why am I rolling for it? Yeah, okay.
It's fun to roll. So the javelin is pretty ordinary. You're like,
Wow.
no, nothing. But you do notice, like, you can sort of see a wisp of smoke as this kind of like citadel is just like off into the distance.
Okay.
It is quite far away. You would expect it to have a larger magical imprint than it has, given its size. However, the small point you can see that is surely coming from this thing is extremely potent. It is like, instead of having a lot of magical energy spread out across the whole thing, there is one tiny focal point of magic energy
Like a dense core in the middle.
somewhere on this thing.
Like there's maybe one extremely magical item or creature.
Like a little magical fellow in the middle.
Yeah.
It's all magic in that.
While you... Actually, do you want to share any of this with the party? Sorry, forgive me.
Yeah, I relay all this to the party. Maybe like a magical reactor that's powering the walking citadel or something.
So we just need to disable the magical reactor and it'll stop going around blowing
Yeah.
up my croissants.
Yeah.
Well, obviously it's got away from us at this point, but what it's going to do next, I assume, is go to another
Find
village.
another
and
village.
Stop. And when
Yes.
it stops,
Yes.
we'll have ample time to sneak up while they're killing everyone in the village.
Yeah.
So,
Over your shoulder, Dob, you hear... It is the unmistakable sound of an urchin with a cough.
What are you
Masks
doing
on,
out
everyone.
here? I thought you were only in the sea.
I didn't deserve that one. I didn't deserve that one. We've not mentioned the sea. That was just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, no, it was a pun. Of course it was for the sake of it.
Are you all right? Are you not very well? Would you like a heal wounds?
Well, hold your horses there, Dob. 'cause
All right.
There is this small, sort of like very sooty urchin kind of standing there, hair all frazzled,
Yep.
sort of cloak, kind of just like, and next to her are kind of a couple of adults who look very, very shaken up. And then there's sort of a trickle of people who are heading out of the ruins of the village, kind of emerging.
Oh, thank God. Do any of you know how to make croissants?
At this, a woman breaks extremely loudly into sobs. Actually, like half the crowd immediately is just like, oh!
Probably part of the croissant making process. Salt the dough with tears.
Enriched
So forth.
with sorrow.
Yeah. Enriched. Tastes real good.
Who's going to speak up? The urchin, why not? Please help us, sir.
Sure. What do you need?
A new village.
Oh, a new village.
Yeah.
All right. How about a whole castle?
I don't like castles anymore, sir.
Okay. Beggars, choosers, etc., etc.
I'll be honest, the last time you embarked on a big construction project, Dob, it didn't go terribly well, as I recall.
Yeah. They had an urchin-like quality when they were alive.
Bob sits down and remembers.
I think what this girl means to say, says a man stepping forward, is that we could definitely do with, well, your help. I think, as you can see, we have been dealt a grievous blow. Frankly, we don't know why we were attacked. Well, actually, yes, we do. Sorry, a bit shaken up. Hold on one sec. They attacked at dawn. It snuck up on us in the night. One night, you go to sleep, safe in your town with its delicious pastries, looking forward to your pain au chocolat in the morning. And then the next, bang, there's a fortress right there. And bang, it's firing cannonballs at you. But they took everything. They bombarded for hours, and then they sent in their marauding troops, I guess you'd call them. They stole everything, our money, our food, our jewelry, even our clothes. But the worst of it all, sir.
So,
The worst of it all, sir.
go on.
They stole every pastry chef in town.
No.
Knew it.
Okay.
They're after the croissant technology.
What's the bare minimum you need to make me a croissant?
My husband back, sir.
Right, okay.
We're getting one husband.
We're getting back one husband.
I've-
No more, no less.
I've promised this pirate 100 croissants. Okay, villagers.
Yes. Yes.
You said you want a new village. I would cautiously posit that what you actually want, if you think about it, is us to stop this from happening to anyone else and to bring back your pastry chefs.
Okay, sure. If you want to kill two birds with one stone, that's fine.
Corazon's our bird killer.
Oh, you want me to kill a bird? I shoot a bird with a crossbow.
Okay, it is. On a scale of 1 to 20, it is only 5 endangered.
Okay, that's cool. It's like a condor or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a
nice.
6 now.
Yes, yeah, obviously it's a 6 now.
Okay. Cool. Here, feast upon this bird, and soon we will return with the pastry chef that you need to make me a croissant.
The urchin starts holding it like a teddy bear.
Yep.
That's
the
sad.
urchin
Let's
is
leave
still
quickly.
Crying, just like
We all deal with grief in different ways.
crying into a dead condor. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get after the Citadel and get back these pastry chefs, because it is long past breakfast time, and I'm croissantless.
I'm just before we head off, I'm just going to quickly just spray a quick calm emotions around on these bereft villagers.
Yeah.
All right. They start crying more softly. Somehow worse.
Why do all of my ideas end in somehow worse?
I don't know. You just keep setting them up. Okay.
So, as Prudence said, it must be fairly easy to track this thing, right?
Yeah. I think literally at any point, Prudence, you can just be like, it's over there.
Yeah. Well, let's follow the furrows of this walking citadel and hope we catch up with it. It can't be going that fast.
It is also leaving one
Big
hell
old
of a
footprint.
trail.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
As
Right.
you sort of, so if you want to follow the trail, you get up to the top of the hill, and it's kind of cresting the next hill. So you've got some like distance to catch up, but it's not like you have to run without cease for 3 days.
What's its leg situation? Like how
Manifold.
long are they? How high off the ground is the body?
Okay, so I would say, for the benefit of those in the audience, as a special treat for being here, it's probably the legs are about as tall as this ceiling.
Oh, okay.
They are quite a long way up. So
Wow.
For
but
the viewers at home, that's like heckin' high.
They're kind of like
Very.
they're kind of like double jointed, they're kind of like crab legs, but if crabs were walking forwards, so they kind of go like up and they're like.
Oh, that's unpleasant. Yeah.
It's quite camp.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
It's not impossible to scale them. In fact, it's probably your best in, unless you can somehow launch a line up there and then like
Yeah,
climb up.
Unless we can somehow launch an Egbert up there.
Yes. I was
That's
just
always
gonna
an
say,
option, yeah.
Egbert, have you got some wild and totally
Always, but I wouldn't want
plan?
to risk anyone else with it, so I guess I'll go in
Since when?
first. That's a good point, actually. Fine.
All right.
Everyone get on my shield.
Okay, it is like a hill over there. This is This is still the plan.
I mean, it sounds like you made the plan, and I'm prepared to go ahead.
You know what? We can get a bit closer. Wait for it
Yes,
to
of
stop,
course,
and then use.
And while they're getting all tired out killing a village, we can.
I mean, we want to try and prevent that.
Oh, in an ideal world, Merylwen, yeah.
Merylwen, how would you feel about like briefly being a bird, catching up, and just reporting back quickly? I think you of all of us can travel the fastest, right?
Yeah? Yeah? What kind of bird do you want? Do you want a nice hawk? An owl?
Dealer's choice, I guess.
Eagle?
What's
Sparrow?
what's the first
I
one?
can do your finch.
Is
Well,
that
can
fast?
always do with another condor.
Don't. You don't.
I'm just cleaning the crossbow. If you don't clean it after you kill birds, it gets all gummed up. So
Condor's a particularly gummy bird.
sighting is all.
Notoriously gummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll turn into a condor then, and I just.
Yeah. I would also like to turn into a condor.
You are perfectly welcome to describe how you intend to do that as a perfectly normal human.
Okay, I watch Merylwen do it,
Okay?
and then I attempt to replicate the moves.
All right. Merylwen, you turn expertly into a condor. Corazon,
that's the right
roll
voice.
me a d20.
That's a 14.
You don't feel like you've got it just yet, but you are, for the next hour, convinced that your legs are identical to that of a condor.
Well, Prudence, what do you think of my condor legs? Here's one.
They look like your
Egbert?
legs. Should we humour him?
Yes.
Is it better for his self-esteem?
Wonderful condor legs.
Thanks.
Those are the best condor legs I've ever seen after Merylwen's.
See this
Hi,
one?
Merylwen.
Yeah, Corazon, you're really getting it.
I'm just saying, druids give it all that, but it's pretty easy.
It
That's what I'm saying.
Dear sweet Corazon.
Yeah.
I look to the skies.
Yeah, what's good, Merylwen, the condor?
You want to take like some hempen rope or something, and like
What?
carry the hempen?
Yeah,
fly
we're
over
just
to the
sick of
thing and,
carrying our hempen rope. Do you want it?
Yeah, I've got some bags and stuff.
But like you could attach it, maybe make a way to climb up. I don't know.
I
50
mean,
foot. What is 50 foot? I don't know.
well,
no one
first,
knows.
First,
Yeah,
what
but
I'll
we've
do.
each got 50 foot.
Yeah.
Climb together.
What I'll do
together.
is I'll first have a look so that they don't just see a condor coming up with a rope. Like,
It's very good luck.
Maybe they
to
don't
see a
know what
condor
condors
carrying
eat.
rope.
I don't know what condors eat. Maybe it's rope.
Then why isn't the condor eating the rope? You'll have to eat the rope as you fly.
Yes, it's the only way to be sure.
Yeah. They'll be suspicious if you're not eating a rope when you fly up there.
Don't eat too much of it because we need the length.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you've only got like one hit point in condor form or something.
yes.
So we're clear on the
Showing
plan,
my raven,
Merylwen.
yes.
Eat
Yes.
like 1 foot of rope. No more, no less.
Should we hold back the rope plan?
Sure.
I could have been a pseudo dragon.
You can definitely, right, between you, you've got 250 foot of hempen rope. That is easily enough to create a line. It is also, hempen rope actually isn't that heavy.
yeah.
So it is entirely possible for you to fly up there with the end, if you want to.
Cool. Well, first I want to have a look, have
Okay.
a little, maybe a wisdom perception check.
That sounds like a lovely check. Make me a wisdom perception check.
All right. That's a 19.
Okay, lovely. All right. You fly up there and you can give it one of these. You are circling the Citadel. It is tiered. So kind of like you've got, a large sort of layer here, slightly smaller one, slightly smaller one, slightly smaller one.
We're talking wedding cake situation.
Wedding cake situation.
Delicious.
Classic battle castle.
Yes.
So you've got guards kind of just doing the rounds down the bottom. They've all got javelins. Well, 2 of them are javelinless for now. No, wait, only one of them is. The other one's dead. The next layer up is like gunnery decks, where you have just got this massive array of really big cannon, like proper I'm gonna say like 20-pounders. Like, we're talking large cannons here, built for bombardment. You happen to notice that currently some of them are being maintained but also reloaded. You see one of the lizard folks kind of rolling a cannonball out of a door that is set into the wall. So you're not sure if it's on that level or maybe down a level, or hey, even up a level. There's gonna be some form of ammo cache, possibly a powder magazine. You don't know. And then further up, there's smaller cannon. There are also spotters, people with longbows. And then at the very top, there's just sort of it's very closed up. But this is analogous to kind of the inner keep that you would expect in any walled citadel. Sound good? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do they notice you? Not with a 5. Plus 1 is 6. No, you go, well, I mean, they may spot you, but they do not consider you to be suspicious, nor do they want to kill you with a javelin. Perhaps they have an innate respect for animals in Geth or something, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
All right,
so,
Merylwen.
Yeah.
Sit rep. What are we looking at here?
I see.
It's okay, I speak Condor, being a Condor myself. She says it's a wedding cake situation.
I must object. I love this bit, and you may run with it for as long as you like, but no, you don't.
Fine.
I kind of go to grab the rope.
Uh-huh.
So it's all tied together.
Yep.
And
How
I'd
much of
like
it do you
to...
eat?
I don't eat any of it.
All right, your choice.
Brave.
I'm flying with it back to my nest.
Pretty suspicious, not eating any of the rope.
I'm not eating. I had too much last time. Didn't sit well with me. Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna fly up to the first level with the javelins.
Sounds good. Yeah, sounds great. Of course, we tell you the story about the last time Merylwen ate too much rope, but it's a bit of a long yarn. Okay. So there's good news and bad news. It's a short flight, but you have been noticed by a lizard folk who isn't thrilled about you.
Better start eating that rope.
Starts disgusting, right?
Okay, make me a dexterity.
When did we all agree that eating the rope isn't suspicious? I love it.
It was a guess, and it's turned out to be correct.
12.
Okay. You manage to scarf down not loads of rope actually. You get maybe a foot of rope, which actually for
Quite a lot of rope.
Okay, you maybe manage.
Maybe they think it's a really long worm. Like a really long worm.
Possible. But the important thing is you're still flying. You're still making tracks toward the Citadel. Unfortunately, the lizard folk have spotted you, and one of them has thrown a javelin at you. What's your armor class?
Well, I'll go by probably they all seem to be about an 11 or 12, so let's go for 12.
Okay. You have been hit with a javelin.
Well,
For 6 damage.
I'm an elf again.
Wait, how high up are you?
Well, for the benefit of those of you in the audience, you're quite high up.
Featherfall!
I cast Featherfall on Merylwen.
What's the range on Featherfall?
Ah.
No, what I do as I'm
I'm
falling.
not trying to kill the elf.
I cast Featherfall when Merylwen is 60 feet off the ground.
All right. Yes, you may. Yeah, it's a proper high altitude, low opening jump. Yeah. Merylwen sort of flutters to the ground, sort of in a very sedate, swaying motion, with a bunch of rope sticking out of her mouth.
Throw up rope.
Yeah, there we go.
Can't believe
Good thing
that
I've got
didn't
these
work.
condor feathers for casting materials.
Yes.
I
I
pay
look at
attention.
the javelin sticking out of you, Merylwen, and I go, samesies! Starting a trend. Oh, you've taken it. But now I feel like I should take mine out.
You should.
Oh, sepsis, you told me.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Yeah, well, as soon as I get a second. Okay, that didn't work. What should we do next?
Okay, what if, right, it's on these big legs. What if we were to sort of, like, make it fall over and then we could just climb on?
Why don't we just follow it and wait till it lowers itself onto the ground again? That's what it does when it's not roaming around.
That'll take longer and I haven't got a croissant.
Wait. What if? Okay.
Croissant's hangry.
I think Prudence's plan is brilliant. The only problem is it's not going to lower itself until the point where it's about to like roll out and completely annihilate another village.
They fire
Yeah,
cannons
they're
out
gonna
of it
be-
until everyone's exploded, and then they go down and go in and do stuff, right?
Maybe.
Guess so, yeah,
or,
maybe.
Prudence
I don't
doesn't
know.
seem bothered by that.
Well, what I'm saying is once it kind of clunks down to the ground, perhaps one of us could pretend to be a village representative, keep them talking for a while everyone else scales the walls.
They don't really seem the talky sort. They seem more the throwy, javelin-y sort.
Do we think Egbert could pass as a lizardkin? I mean,
He's pretty lizardy.
is that offensive? I'm sorry.
You should ask Egbert, really.
Yeah.
Egbert, how do you
Probably,
feel about
but,
disguising yourself as a lizardkin?
I guess.
Folk?
What are the
That's
primary?
okay.
What are the primary distinctions between a dragonborn and a lizard folk?
They have a cool comb that I'm slightly jealous of, but otherwise.
We could fashion a ruff.
It is mostly the comb, and yeah, they don't look draconic. Their heads look really more snake-like.
That's pretty different.
They're
Okay.
kind of like. Did you ever hear tell of the great fortress of
Yes.
Sen's castle?
Oh yeah, been there many times.
Right, sort of that.
Lovely
Okay.
holiday.
Less
Got it.
snaky, more like lizardy.
Okay.
Well, at some point they're going to leave the fortress, the walking citadel,
To kill people.
Just to kill people and steal everything.
Sure.
That's how we get in. We hide
And-
inside something they want to steal, something valuable.
It seems like whatever we do, we probably want to like head towards it and wait for it to
Do its thing.
at least start stopping, if you know.
All
what I
right,
mean.
fine.
Yeah.
Wait for it to get to the next village.
Yes.
Make me a wisdom perception check, please. Prudence.
All right.
Merylwyn, you got any lember spread or anything? I'm starving. You got any lember spread or anything? I'm
No lember spread, you'll ruin your 100
12.
muscles.
12. All right. You have I'm kind of imagining you sort of like passively locked onto this thing, so you're sort of aware of it.
I'm tracking it.
Or at least you're
I've
activating
marked
the
it as a
technology
kind
enough
of
that
little
you don't have to go
sigil
through it
hovering
every
over
time.
the top of it.
You have sensed that this thing is deviating course.
Ah.
And in fact, if you look, knowing Geth, as of course you do, you know that the nearest town is in fact Caster Falls.
Oh no.
But
Do they like us or hate us there? I can't remember.
We're fine.
50-50?
Yeah.
No, you're pretty
Good odds.
You're good in Caster Falls. There's like an aristocrat who probably still wouldn't be glad to have you around for tea, but this thing isn't heading off for Caster Falls, at least not directly. And if you glance, I'm going to say it's still within like visual range. Sort of glance over it, you think it might be heading for basically a nearby river, because you know like Caster Falls is on the coast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sort of below it, there's sort of an area where, there's a river where it meets the sea. Because you've got Caster Falls up here and Port Fairwind down here. It seems to be heading towards a water source.
Okay. It's making for the river. Maybe it needs water.
All things must drink, I say wisely and inaccurately.
You can have inspiration for that.
Thanks.
Just liked it.
So we can get it when it's having a drink, maybe.
Yeah. Well, then we could sneak in while its legs are down and not feel bad about a senseless slaughter taking place at the same time.
Perfect. All right. Let's follow it and see what it does. Sound good?
Yep, sounds good to me.
All right.
Love it.
Alrighty.
We should probably move in a vaguely stealthy way.
You read my
I'm just
mind.
thinking, like, yeah, they can see they can see a huge distance, right? And this is they're going like through open plain land, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Merylwyn, have you got Pass Without Trace with you, or is that?
Oh yeah, I can cast a nice pass without trace. Yeah.
Not if it's any bother.
Yeah.
I could also cast Longstrider on us all. That'll last for an hour, make us a little bit speedier for us to get there.
That sounds great.
I mean, I've already
Yeah.
got these condor legs. I don't know. They're pretty quick.
You know the ballad of Banjo-Kazooie, where
Yep. That's how I'm going.
Yeah, two double spells.
Sounds good. So Pass Without Trace lasts for up to an hour,
Yeah.
and Long Strider lasts for an hour.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. In that case, just everybody make me a Dex stealth check, and add 10.
Whoa.
And
Unless at any point you decided to wander more than 30 foot away from Merylwen.
Nope. 32.
Damn, that's stealthy. 24.
24.
18.
5.
Ow! Why do you have to add 10 to it?
Oh, sorry.
I rolled a -5, so it's 5.
Wow, that wisdom -1.
Okay. I don't think they're going to spot you. No, they are not. Not with that kind of roll against a 32. Yeah, you all make it pretty swiftly, kind of like running up. You're sort of on the final approach. You're like a couple of 100 feet away from this thing. When it reaches the river, and sure enough, starts to kind of like lower itself down. And from one of the ramparts, this sort of really long, almost mechanical proboscis kind of starts to extend. It's kind of like it's telescopic. So you've got a segment, and then another segment kind of goes. This thing is making a hell of a lot of noise. It is clearly mechanical in nature. You're not sure which artificer will have made this, but whoever they were or are, it was clearly like the defining work of their entire career. And anyway, this proboscis kind of like lowers into the water and starts sucking up water from the river at a prodigious rate. We're talking hundreds of thousands of gallons of
Okay,
water.
I got it. We go in
Up.
through the drinking straw.
How wide is the drinking straw?
Wide enough. It would absolutely take all of you in an instant.
All right. Well, presumably we'll get sucked into some kind of
sort of
sealed
reactor
water tank,
area, yeah.
or magic
Yeah.
reactor. But that is a problem for 10 minutes' time.
Maybe we shouldn't all go at once, in case we die horribly. You know,
No, if we're going to die horribly, I'd like to all die together.
I know you would.
Call me sentimental.
All right, Dob, you go up and then tell us. You can message us and tell us if you're dead or not.
All right. I huffily stride into the river.
I'm going to
You want
use...
You want a breathing apparatus?
Too late.
Can't hear you.
It's canon now. Make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm hardy. I can hold my breath probably for ages. What was it, Constitution?
Yeah.
Saving throw.
Yeah.
Why didn't I prepare water breathing?
Did he take the rope with him? No, I assume not.
No. No, he just went.
13. No, stop rolling them now.
You take 15 points of bludgeoning.
Oh!
Bludgeoning.
Why?
You'd
You
be
are-
buffeted.
Why? Just
Yeah.
what's
The
happening?
sheer force of this water is just like bang! It's slamming you against all of the walls of this thing, and then
Do I go up?
Finally, you are ejected, just like clang into the side of what you suspect to be some sort of giant sealed water tank.
Okay.
Cool.
So at least you know that your prediction was correct.
Yes. Good.
So
That
the thing
showed
is
them.
like kneeling down to drink, right?
Yeah, it's
Cool.
lowered itself. It's kind
Okay,
of
so how high is the platform now that we're trying to get up to?
I would say it is. Oh, it's not more than like 12 feet off the ground.
Great, I throw up a grappling hook.
All right. Yep. It kind of blink lands in the hook of a crenellation and holds fast.
Cool. I'm probably going to go up the non-drowning way, if anyone else is.
Fine.
But the lizard guys and the javelins.
Well, there's none. I can see there's none at the direct point that I just
All right, good luck.
grappling.
It is going to take you a dex stealth check to get up there,
All right.
because you can hear kind of lizard folk kind of making like plaiting noises with their feet. They're like plat, 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 as they're kind of like
35.
around. Within 30 feet of Merylwen. Yes, of course, 35. You make it up so stealthily that you actually manage to grab hold of one of the lizard folk's hands and get them to sort of pull you up on reflex.
Thanks,
And
buddy.
they don't even realize it's just like doing its rounds like nah, 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 nah. That sort of thing. It could not be more perfect.
I get off, stand on my shield, and put a bomb underneath it, because as far as I'm concerned, that's still the plan.
Yeah.
I wasn't told otherwise, so I'm doing it.
All right, sure. Probably a dex. Is it a dex saving throw to stay on top of this thing?
Sounds about right.
Well,
It's a balance thing, isn't it, really?
yes. Unless you just want to cling on to it.
No, I want to stand on it.
Okay. Forgive
Why would
me.
I cling on?
Okay. Yeah, then that's a dex saving throw, please.
All right. That's a critical one.
Oh. Well, you had a good run.
Can I borrow your condor legs? I might need them.
Egbert,
Yes.
did you make this bomb?
Yes.
Okay, because you might have overdone it a little bit.
What's new?
An extremely potent one.
He over-Egberted the pudding.
Huh?
He over-Egberted it.
Say it like you're proud of
He
it.
Say it again.
over-Egberted it.
How can you joke at a time like this?
Very
Your
easy.
shield is in another part of Geth. You don't know where it is. It is, to all intents and purposes, gone forever.
Right.
You, on the other hand, well, basically, firstly, you're going to... Did I already tell you about the damage?
No, you haven't told me about the
Okay,
damage.
well, there are 20 points.
Oh!
And it's all bludgeoning damage.
Oh, okay.
Because basically the shield kind of just goes like, whim, and you are turned into sort of just this draconic missile that flies through a wall, punches through some sort of sheet metal, and in fairness, the momentum is stopped before you can like fatally crash into anything by a large body of water. Because you appear to have landed in some form of large sealed water tank.
I head through the sealed water tank and I'm like,
What, like on the other side?
yeah,
Yeah, I'll allow it.
like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, you've punched through. Yeah.
Well, my job.
Hey, I high-five Egbert.
Hang on. Are
Egbert's hands are, it's just his
Are you
face.
saying that your head is pointing into the water tank?
Yes.
Okay.
So what, you start drowning?
You are, yeah, your head is underwater.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I just wanted to understand. 'Cause I saw it as your body is in there, but your head is pointing out,
No, I think
which would make it ridiculous that you were saying hi to Dob.
I think I've gone in head first, right?
Okay, great. Right, we understand.
Usually
each
it's
other.
like...
Yeah, there we go.
So I guess I'm...
Slowly suffocating.
I've got like a little bit of breathing space still at the top, or am I underwater?
And they are filling this tank.
Okay.
So I'm going to say right now you have got a little bit of breathing space.
All right, that's fine. I would like to swim down to where I suppose I can just see Egbert. That's probably loud, dark vision, right? I would like to swim down to Egbert, take out my dagger, cast heat metal on it, and just cut a hole around Egbert in the side of the water tank so that the pressure pushes us out of there.
Okay. I would like you to roll me strength athletics to kind of hold, like to basically complete the circle.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
so much water pressure pushing on this.
But I've got an Egbert head to hold on to.
Oh, you absolutely have. Strength athletics, please.
Okay. Okay. 19 plus
All right.
bits and bobs.
Okay.
23.
So,
No, doesn't matter.
basically, yeah, you cut this hole. It is big enough for you to kind of like go through. And indeed, you are kind of ejected. There is a torrent of water that pins you both to the ground. You can tell you're on sort of like a metal mesh, and neither of you can move for a little while. But thankfully, from the lessening cacophonic noise of the Citadel taking on water, it seems to have stopped sucking water in, and the water level has now fallen beneath the hole, so that no more water is coming out. You're not flooding the Citadel, which is, arguably that could be advantageous, but also they've not raised the alarm and they're not coming after you. Also, Egbert is now wearing a fetching metal collar.
Aww.
I'm going to leave you both there for a minute. Prudence and Meryl Wen.
Yes.
What are we saying?
So, how long does that pass without trace? The stealth spell. How long does that last?
About an hour.
So we're still good.
An hour. So I'm
An hour
I'm
or
on-
until you bomb yourself into a wall.
You've got about 20 minutes of this spell left.
Okay.
Weird they felt they had to specify that on the card, but here we are.
I can spider climb us up the wall of the Citadel.
There is a rope, if you want it.
Yeah.
Or I could use my bow that lets me teleport once a day.
Does it only work on you though?
But I took Dob across a thing. If,
Oh,
if
okay.
you're holding on to me,
So canonically, it can teleport people
Canonically.
with you.
no take backsies.
All right, I glom onto Merylwen like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Merylwen, where are you aiming for?
Don't splice us or anything, okay?
Yeah. So I'm gonna aim for the lizard man that helped Corazon up.
Okay.
You're gonna telefrag him, yeah.
Make me a ranged attack.
Okay. That's an 18.
Okay. Is it called telefracking?
Yeah, in like
In
Quake.
Doom and Quake and all
Oh.
that stuff.
I did not know that.
balance
That's a
off.
very, very good term for exactly what Merylwen has just done.
Yeah!
Merylwen and Prudence, basically, we're once like this guy, right? We cut back to the lizard man. He's like, nah, 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 ba-da, ba-da. And where he wants to, we now have like a tiefling warlock sort of giving like a sisterly embrace to a wood elf druid. Both of them crimson, head.
Oh,
Nom, 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 nom.
There's a coil of something in your horns, Prudence.
Is it intestines?
Yes. Yeah.
Ah, what do you think? Keep it?
They elevate the look.
I'm trying a new thing.
Kind of an elegant
not
scarf,
much,
maybe.
yeah.
Crown of guts.
Yeah.
It suits you.
Thanks.
Brings out your
Merylwen.
Corazon, you had to witness this.
Aghast. Looking at this. Oh.
Okay, I'm going to stick with you three for just for a bit more before we flash back to those two, because it seems like from what you've been able to gather so far, this is a pretty regular guard route. So it's not long before what
Okay.
you've done is discovered.
So I assume there are stairs to go sort of up the different levels. Are they on the outside or the inside?
That is a very good point. Let's say upwards is outside, downwards is inside.
They one-way stairs.
One-way
Yes.
stairs.
Right. Got it.
Yes, it's a strict one-way system.
Okay.
Magic thing that. Okay, fine.
Yeah. If you try and go down the other ones, woe betide thee.
Okay. We should. I mean, up at the top will be where the boss or whatever is, right?
That's where the little keep is.
Yeah,
So
that's-
yeah, that seems
Well,
significant.
yeah.
do you have a sense of
Strategically
where
important.
your magic core is?
I think in the keep. I think in the central bit at the top.
It is not.
Wait, no, I misremembered that.
Okay. So if you imagine the bulk of this thing is
Yes.
kind of, just like a sort of flat here, and then it gets pointy, like a pyramid shape almost.
Pyramid shape.
It's like bang right.
It's in the heart,
right in
heart
the
of the
core.
Citadel. It's in the heart of the Citadel.
Okay, well that's where we need to head then.
Yeah.
So is that upper level from here or on this level?
Well, we're right at the bottom, so it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
you
and
need to
up
go
a little.
You need to go up a level, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Up one level and then in.
should we get the others? I think they were having some sort of drowning misadventure.
Maybe we can find them on the way, where the water tank is, somewhere inside the Citadel.
Yeah. All right. We'll
Yeah.
keep an eye out for them.
Okay, make me a dex stealth check to proceed stealthily up to
Yeah,
the.
do we still have pass
We're
without
within
trace?
30
You absolutely
Yes. Oh, just as well.
do.
30.
14.
33.
Stealthy.
Ooh, okay. There is a lizard folk guard kind of coming, like along the way, and they're sort of coming by the stairs. But you reckon if you're quick enough, you can just like whoop, nip up the stairs, be out the line of sight. Corazon leads. Merylwen is in the middle to make sure that radius of area of effect. Prudence, you know what? You actually do move very stealthily. And you feel, you sort of get a couple of steps under you and you're like, oh, I'm safe.
Yes.
And then you just hear,
Smell you.
Oh no.
and then just sort of like a very sort of
Knew I should have washed these warlock robes.
lizard like, and they're basically a lizard folk is sensing that something is up, and they're on yellow alert. I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Kind of like I think at this noise, would you all freeze or would you cheese it?
Well, I would continue up so we could get out of line of sight. If we stay here, he's going to come and investigate.
Yeah, we keep going.
Yeah, keep it quiet.
Okay.
Tiptoes.
See if we can get around a corner at the top or something.
Okay.
Or
Huh?
throw something in the other direction. Do you think you'll be
Ooh.
distracted?
Yes.
Yes. All right. I lob a spell component of some sort in the other direction.
Sure. Okay.
A smelly one. Maybe he'll, confuse the smell.
Oh, smelly one.
Yeah. The smelly
Yeah,
spell
sure.
component.
I'm sure. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, most of your
Yeah,
like
some kind of
you-
vile weed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like a real nasty like stinkweed.
Yeah.
You throw it away, it lands with like a, and you hear this kind of like again another really reptilian like noise. Egbert, you swear somewhere off in the distance you just heard somebody shout in Draconic, "What was that noise?"
You hear something?
And
Must have wind.
Prince, you kind of like hold for a second and then sort of breathe easy as this lizard folks kind of like starts clumping towards the weed, or gets the scent and starts to hurry up. Yeah, you can. I'm going to say you can safely cheese it up the stairs. You are
Quietly
now
cheese it.
on the second level of 4. Not that you two really know it. You're on the third. No, wait, hang on. But, what? First level, second level, correct level. Yeah, third level. You're on the third level up.
Oh, right, so we're quite high up. I
Yes.
guess we got of course. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it was an enormous bomb.
Okay. Well,
You're both in the bowels of this place.
okay.
Like
Wait.
you're right in the heart of. You're right in the center, but you're in one of the higher ramparts.
Right, okay. My instinct is to look around at this water tank and try and figure out what it was for. Is it drinking water? Is it coolant? Is it going to be sprayed out in a big hose? Can I have a look around, try and get a sense of that?
Yes, you can. Make me an intelligence investigation check, please.
19 plus 3.
Brilliant. This has many purposes. There are lots of different pipes coming off. It does just seem to be like a central water cistern, so that different parts of this moving citadel can draw water off of it. However, there is one pipe in particular that is considerably larger and runs directly towards the center, as far as you can ascertain, of this moving conurbation.
Okay, are there any labels? Perhaps written in Draconic?
Go on then, you rascal. Yes, they're all written in Draconic.
I never learned to read, so.
Okie dokie.
You wrote.
We can
I
get
wrote the
around
pamphlet.
Wrote and distribute pamphlets.
In common time. No,
We can
it's
get
fine.
around this.
No, I can read. I'm going.
No?
No,
Said it
said it now.
You've said it into.
I am going to, I would like from Dob, charisma performance check as you try to sound out what these different pipes say. And I would like a wisdom perception check from you.
My
Egbert,
favourite.
To try and make sense of Dob's presumably atrocious accent.
10 minus 1 is 9.
9.
Did you get 9?
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Hey!
When you put it together,
18!
wow!
What a great number.
What a high number on a D20.
Okay. Dob says a lot of things, including such phrases as yummy, yummy. One of them is just ah. You're not getting loads out of this.
All right.
Great pronunciation.
One of them is hit it here to win the game.
Ah, okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I hit where he points.
Okay, I am going to roll a die now to determine which pipe that was.
Fingers crossed, not the boiling steam.
You'll be fine if it's boiling steam.
That's
won't
true, actually. Yeah, I'll be all right.
It's a good face.
Promising.
Probably good news.
Wow, the pipe was the final boss. Can't believe it.
Okay, it's not the largest pipe,
Okay.
but you hit it and immediately like water starts spraying out.
Okay.
And I should say that during sort of this interim period, the Citadel has kind of stood up and started moving again. It's a surprisingly fluid motion. You get little bumps and stuff, but with all of these rows of legs, it's actually on a pretty even keel. Something seems to have changed. The motion of the whole Citadel is now kind of like...
Oh,
It seems a little bit juddery.
like we hit a kind of pneumatic bit of important... Okay. All right.
Well, we've successfully disabled the Citadel, so I
look.
guess we win.
I say, let's follow... You said one pipe was bigger than the other.
Yep.
Is it big enough for us to fit in?
Why do you want to get in all the pipes?
Yes,
You just
it
got
is.
out of the pipe.
Because the big pipe is going directly into the heart of everything.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that how
Probably.
pipes work?
That does make sense.
It's going straight into...
I'm sure that's what the labels would say if we could read them.
Can we fit in it?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Even with my collar.
I can't do anything.
Okay,
right
it's going to take some spinning. Like you're going to sort of like you're going to have to do some rotating to fit through the hole again back into that pipe. But
Good thing is, it's going to stop me from licking the stitches I'm definitely going to need after
oh
this
goodness
adventure.
me, yes. You are badly hurt already. Yes, you can absolutely get in and follow that pipe if you would like.
Before I do that, can I cast... I don't know if I can do this. Can I cast Calm Emotions on Egbert and myself to try and improve my breathing and breath holding?
Very nice. Yes, you can. Especially since both of you lack the mammalian dive response, which actually Corazon only has. There you go.
What?
The mammalian dive response.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
That's my main thing.
It lowers your heart rate when you go in the water.
Yep. I've also got condor legs. I'm full of surprises.
Okay. Yes, you cast Calm Emotions, you take a big breath, and both of you sort of dip beneath the water and then sort of travel down the pipe. There is a slight constant current. There is water constantly being drawn.
Is it like against us or...
No, with you.
Oh, cool. Okay.
You're sort of, so it's quite a nice, easy sort of swim. And then eventually there's sort of a little lip, and you kind of like, whee, go down like a little ramp into what you're fairly sure from the heat. You're very calm about this, but you are fairly certain that you are basically in the boiling tank of some sort of steam engine. So what are you what are you three doing? Where you're on the
3?
yeah. Yeah, 1, 2.
2, 3.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought you were like, I'm not in the boiling
Oh
tank
no,
of
we're
steam,
gonna
thank
just
you.
leave them gently like
Right,
sous
good.
vide.
Before we do, what's the more imminent threat, the boiling or the drowning? Or is it about half and half?
That's
Right.
the kind of question an uncalm person would ask.
I'm asking it very rationally.
Right now it's half and half,
Okay.
but you've already sensed the water getting hotter. Pretty soon it's going to be considerably more about the boiling than the drowning.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we don't know any of this, so
We've
let's...
noticed the janky motion.
Yeah.
The newly janky motion of
Yes,
the walking Citadel.
And from what you can see around you, like this seems unusual. You can hear lots of lizard folks being like "Bark, bark, 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 bark," between one another.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like they're from
Beautiful
Mars
language,
attacks.
isn't it?
Yeah. Second.
It's a beautiful language.
It's really, yeah, it's really lovely.
All right, Prudence, which way?
Stay the course.
Stay on this. Is it on
All
this
right.
level? Are we going up again?
We're going... No, we're on the right level now. We just need to kind of make our way into the heart of the Citadel. So kind of some sort of interior door we need.
Yep.
I look for an interior door.
Yep, there are quite a few doors sort of like here. Obviously, you know, you've got the doors from the external going up staircases and the doors that lead to the internal going down staircases.
sure.
But there are also, you find a door that just seems to lead to a corridor. So it is to do with this layer of the Citadel.
Right.
Okay. All right. Is there any sort of like, I don't know, convenient floor plan on the wall in Draconic, but also very visual?
No.
Oh.
If
okay,
you
fine.
could all make me another Dex stealth check.
Yes.
Oh, wait,
we
probably
still
not.
passing without trace?
Yeah, you still got it.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't even matter that I rolled that. 13.
19.
16.
Okay.
Man, I'm so bad at stealth.
No, that's fine. All right. Yeah, you sort of pass. It's kind of. There are lots of other corridors coming off this thing, so we're going to have like It's a couple of minutes of you kind of like pressing yourself into doorways while lizard folk are just like going past. Okay, so you reach sort of the end of a corridor.
Yeah.
And down off one way, there is like a fierce heat, and there's like a slight glow coming off. But then there's another one where you've been around prisons often enough. You get used to the sort of the weird dank smell of a dungeon where people are being kept. And you can sort of hear the clanking of chains, and like you hear a man cough like.
Okay.
That's a baker's cough if I ever heard one.
He's got flour lung, all right.
Oh, yeah. We've got to get in there and free those bakers, or else I'll never get croissants. Remember, that's our motivation.
That is our motivation. All right, well then, should we head towards the dungeon?
Yeah, we've got to free these bakers.
Okay,
I strike out towards the dungeon to free the bakers.
sure. There is. It's a classic for a reason. There's a lizard folk guard at the end of the room who's very much asleep. Wearing a belt with a ring with some keys on it.
Oh, okay, my specialty. Right, let me get that off him real stealthy-like.
Okay, make me a dex stealth check.
29.
Okay, versus my 3. Yeah, you just got a bunch of keys right now. You can draw on his face if you like. He's out.
I do like, yeah.
Okay. Right, great. Okay, what do you draw on his face?
My own face.
His calling card.
I asked. Okay.
Everyone's lost it.
You hear an urgent voice whisper, psst, psst, let us out!
Oh, that's a bad case of flour lung you got there, friend.
Yes, I'm a baker like my father before me.
Oh, do you make croissants?
Yes, of course I do.
Are they beautiful?
Oh, of course they are.
Are they enriched with butter?
Of course they are.
Tears?
Some days.
Oh, beautiful. All right, yeah, if we free you, will you go back to making croissants? Can I have some?
Well, of course you can, but what am I going to do if you let me free? This place is so big and so threatening, and I've come to have knowledge of it. Sort of.
Well, you can come along with us and help us destroy it, and then we'll take you back to your village.
Sounds very dangerous. I'm really more suited to baking.
Yeah, well, you can do baking afterwards.
Okay?
But you just stay in the back. It's called an escort quest. You come with us,
Okay.
and then we do all the fighting and stuff, and you just are behind. And
Okay.
you've got a health bar, and if it gets too low, we fail the mission.
Okay. We have an agreement on one condition. I can ask you questions whenever I want, and you're not allowed to get mad at me, no matter how many times I repeat myself.
Yeah, that sounds fine. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I assume you haven't got much dialogue, so we'll get through it.
Oh, not loads.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, what was that?
Oh, not loads.
Yeah. All right, cool. I let them out.
Okay. Did I ever tell you about this incredible, thing you have for putting bread in and out of the oven?
No, please do.
Grimsever it was called.
Oh,
A
yeah.
man once tried to rob me on the road, but when I drew Grimsever, he nearly soiled himself.
That's a cool story. I'd love to hear it again.
Another man speaks up, sort of coming out of the shadows, be like, he will answer direct questions if you're not just, letting him just say stuff
Oh, okay.
ad hoc. I think, George, you studied a bit of Draconic at school, didn't you? Yes, I did. And, well, I don't understand everything they're saying, but I'm pretty sure I've got a good idea of how this place works.
Okay.
From the last however many hours of capture, if you'd like to hear it, that is. Hey, listen!
Yeah, please tell us what you know about destroying this hateful citadel.
Well, they're really proud of it here, so they seem to talk about it a lot. It's very well designed and hard to destroy. But there are several systems that if you destabilize, then maybe you can cause enough of a ruckus that you can either get us all out of here or blow the whole thing to Kingdom Come.
Well, that sounds great. What are the systems?
There are many systems that can be destabilized in order for the place to be...
Skip.
First, the boiler will need to be overheated.
Boiler.
This is very difficult to do.
Skip.
The guns can be used to prevent excess steam.
Skip.
You must take out the guns in order to prevent them from venting excess steam.
Okay.
Okay.
Prudence, write this down. Boiler.
All right, take notes. Guns.
There are many systems that can be overcome in order to disable the place. It seems you have already done some damage to the legs. This is not essential in order to destabilize the Citadel, but it might cause a distraction. Congratulations. Well done. Hey, listen. There is one other particular place in the Citadel that is used as a heat sink to prevent catastrophic overheating.
Oh, okay.
It is the kitchen. I already have knowledge of it because I have been put to work.
Where is the kitchen from here? How do we get there?
There are many systems in the Citadel.
Skip.
The kitchen is on this level. They keep.
I open the option menu. I change text speed to very fast.
He tells you the following things then.
Great.
Yeah, they're basically, the prison is like near the heart, near the boiler, which also heats the kitchens, but the kitchens, they operate on a lot of steam. If you can sabotage those pipes, then it will also overheat the boiler. He's not...
So what you're saying is we need to superheat the boiler and anything inside it. Cool.
Ha 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 ha! Watch out! But I don't, basically he says he doesn't fully understand it as there's a lot of technical lingo and all he really knows how to do in Draconic is ask if people are going to the discotheque this evening or where the library is.
The answer is always yes.
But it seems like if, and this is a big if, like it's a running joke around the Citadel where they're like, if the boiler overheats too much, ha ha ha. If the boiler does overheat too much though, there is basically a core. Again, he's not sure of the technical jargon, but it can be temporarily removed so that they can emergency vent steam and cool down the entire system before whatever this element is, basically is shoved back in.
Okay, so if they remove the core, we could attack the core and destroy it, maybe.
Or if we prevent the core from being ejected, then it will
Then it would
overheat.
overheat. Either is good.
Catastrophically.
I think the main thing we need to do is boil alive anyone in the main tank, by which I mean the water, because that's all that's in there as far as I know. We need to boil that water alive.
It's a funny way of putting it, but yeah, let's go do that.
Odd way of phrasing it, but yeah, let's do it.
To the boiler.
All right, you go.
Well, to the kitchen to overheat the right?
The heatsink.
Yeah.
So, just to really clarify it in your minds, you've got like the main boiler room. This is where your point of light is coming from, Prudence. You've got the kitchen, which is used as a heat sink for the boiler. You have got the gun battery, which are like basically like they are also used as heat sinks. They just give off like give big gouts of heat, and that's how the cannons work.
Okay.
I would like to sabotage the heatsink in the kitchen. If anyone wants to join me, that's where I'm going to go.
I'm going to go to the boiler where the magical source is.
All right, great.
The core seems to be.
Merylwen, which way are you going?
I think I will stick with Prudence, I think, to try and get to
Team
that
boiler.
core. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
We're Team Boiler. We're in it.
We don't know that, though. There are two team boiler.
There are two team boilers.
We can argue about this later if we survive.
So, let's see. Okay. Prudence.
Yes.
And Merylwen, you walk into the boiler room. You can see that there is indeed like this enormous central core. That is, I mean, this room is warm even for you. Like it is infernally hot in here. But what you can see, kind of looking in, there's sort of like a big glass panel, like all spherical, like
Okay.
like almost an observation chamber.
Okay.
And within that, there is some kind of magical sphere.
Ooh.
This magical sphere
Love magical
is
sphere.
kind of like it's like a force field.
Okay.
It's not a puzzle box. It's not containing any horrible demon that's going to steal your magic. I promise this time. But it does appear to contain a sentient being of some sort. You're not entirely sure. You think it's some sort of fire elemental. It's possibly a demon. It's balled up so tight in there you can't make head or tail of it.
Cool.
But what you can see is surrounding it there is this array of sort of like they kind of almost look like the legs of this thing, but they are sort of a lot smaller and they almost look shrunk to this side. They look like fingers, and they're made of some sort of like they're tipped with some sort of stone that can clearly withstand very high temperatures. Because at random intervals, these fingers just kind of go boop and whack into the sphere and give whatever this thing is a prod. And whenever that happens, it kind of goes like meh and gives off a new pulse of energy. So you've got this sort of timed array. It's being like meh, bang, bah, 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 bah.
So cruel. I love it.
Right, there you go. I'm just going to leave you both pondering that for the moment. Horizon, you enter the kitchens.
Yeah, I got the chef guy with me.
Yes, he's like, I hate how I love it here, even though I hate it here.
Yeah. Are there any other people in the kitchen?
There are many systems that can be discombobulated. We should try the kitchen.
Yeah, no, we're in the kitchen, yeah. See, we're in the kitchen.
I love it here, even though I hate it here. There's no one else in the kitchen.
Okay. Are there the ingredients to make croissants in the kitchen?
Yes.
I would like to ask him to make me some croissants.
Okay. Yes, he will do that.
Brilliant.
While he does this, it is unskippable dialogue. He starts giving you everything he said before. There are many systems that can be destabilized in order to sabotage.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and sabotage the heatsink, and I'm going to just stop up my ears with some wax or something.
Okay, cool.
So I don't have to listen to that unskippable dialogue.
So he starts basically, he's got some dough kind of like, he makes dough pretty quickly. This is his whole job, it's his whole deal. He makes up some croissants and he kind of puts them in one of those trays with a bag so they can start proving. And he sticks that on top of just this really large sort of, like, it looks like a sort of, a tank for sort of, where the steam is being passed through and left to sort of, like, percolate.
Right.
He does not stop talking.
Okay.
I'm going to leave you there for just 1 second. You're both in a boiler.
Yeah.
I would both like you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That's it. 10 plus.
Ooh.
Wait.
Huh? Huh?
Constitution.
There we go. 2. 12.
12. All right.
7.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow.
Egbert, I cannot tell you how closely you scraped by on that. Darby, you take 4 points of becoming soup damage.
Okay. All right.
The two of you, it's getting warmer in here.
I'm getting a little less calm.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
But it's starting to smell pretty nice. You are literally in the boiling cistern. This cistern will feed off to other parts of the Citadel.
What can we actually see inside?
Very little.
Okay.
You can see the pipe you came in. You can see each other. You can see onions and carrots and celery that have floated out of your pockets. And you can see other pipes. Some of these are definitely too small to move through.
Okay. Well, also we're underwater, right? We're holding our breath. We haven't heard any of what just happened.
No.
I feel like the thing that makes the most sense is for me to look at the greatest concentration of pipes in one spot and cast Shatter.
That sounds sensible to me.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. I want to send it out of a 4th level
Okay.
spell slot, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, like maximum.
Serious
Yeah,
Shatter.
to the max.
yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Which is 5d8. For time, I'm going to roll this on Beyond.
Okay.
25.
20. Oh, right, okay, 25 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I mean, if Egbert being propelled by one of his own bombs can go through one of these things, yeah, you've done this.
Okay.
Basically, you've like, a whole section of pipes is kind of like, clink, breaks away. You know, like when an exhaust falls off a car?
Do I?
You just kind of like, you spill, I mean, do you? You spill out, for the second time you spill out today, like onto a metal grating.
All right, I look around for what pipe to get in next. This is working. Is Prudence in here?
Yeah. Are they in the boiler room?
Have they spilled out in front of us?
No, they are in fairness, just in the next room over. So you do hear this
Right.
almighty clang,
Whoa.
followed by like 2 fleshy thuds. But what you do see is
I know those fleshy thuds.
there are 2 gauges on this container.
Sorry, 2 what?
There are 2 gauges on this
Gauges.
containment.
Okay, thank you.
Pressure and heat.
Yes.
And you see like pressure just goes boom,
Ah.
and immediately heat starts ticking up.
Oh.
It's like,
Ooh.
dee, dee,
'Cause that's
dee,
how that
dee,
works.
dee, dee, dee.
All right. Okay. Well, I guess can I? So can I? I can't see Prudence.
No.
Okay. Well.
Great work, Dob.
Yeah. High five.
Team Boiler.
Team Fleshy Thuds.
Can I hear them? Are they close enough to,
Yeah,
to
you
hear
hear-
them?
do you hear
I
our
say,
excited high
we're
five?
Team Boiler, I bellow.
Prudence.
Dob?
Hey.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey! Where are you?
I'm just through here, just through this door.
All right, come to the sound of my voice.
All right. Keep saying things.
Okay, so we've got a boiler situation.
Yeah, keep going.
There's some kind of orb, and I think there's like a fire elemental, maybe some kind of demon
All right.
that's getting poked.
Ultra, right.
It's very cruel. It's a kind of contraption that powers the boiler.
Ah, hey,
oh, here you
Pussy.
are. Hey,
Hi.
Dob. Hey.
Okay,
Oh, I like your cone.
Ah, thank you.
it feels like you're working towards a plan to blow
Overheat.
this whole thing up with all of
Yes.
us in it.
Well, we're going to get out of here before this gauge. Look at this gauge.
Oh, yeah.
It's already climbing. So
Yeah.
It is
Wow, look at it
increasing.
go.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So,
I never learned to count. Is that bad?
Yeah, but you understand the distance between 2 points and the concept of the distance lessening.
it's a needle on a gauge.
Right.
So when it gets to here, it
That's bad.
goes kaboom.
No, that's good.
Ooh.
Right.
Okay, Corazon, I've got terrible news.
What?
The croissants are not rising as they should be.
Oh God, is it a heat problem? Does it need to be hotter?
It seems like some sort of heat problem. It must be hotter.
Okay, well I could still disable these heat sinks then if it means the croissants will prove quicker. Yeah. All right. I look around for the heat sink and I want to disable it.
So basically, like, everything in this kitchen that is hot is running off of steam power.
Yeah.
So if you can disable all of those things, you've got like a fantasy equivalent of an Arga
Okay.
in one corner. You've got the fantasy equivalent,
The Arga is the fantasy.
isn't it?
In this
One
economy.
day.
Yeah.
You've got the fantasy equivalent of a waffle iron.
Okay. Are they plugged in? Can I just unplug these things, or do they need to be cut off the supply?
I'd say you probably have to like wail on them with a massive wrench or something.
All right.
It's not really an unplugging situation.
Okay, I go around and wail on everything with a massive wrench.
Okay. Yeah, you can find a massive wrench. Sure. You're in like a massive, weird lizard
Yeah.
punk.
There's a huge frozen leg of lamb or something.
There we go. I love it. Yeah, make me a strength athletics check, please.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. Let's see how your friend takes this. He does not attack you,
Oh,
but
good.
you found an entirely new set of lines for this guy. What are you doing? My kitchen! I hate this place, even though I love this place. What are you doing?
Oh, I don't hear croissants being made.
Watch out!
I threaten him with the leg of lamb to make croissants. Croissants!
Croissants date back to the earliest days
Oh
of
my
Gat
God.
civilization. There are many systems on this. Yada yada yada. He
Any of
goes
these
back.
shut up chefs?
Right.
Guess not.
He's making croissants. They're starting to rise.
Beautiful.
He has already placed kind of. It's not that sophisticated, especially now you've just beaten the tar out of the Arga. But he puts just a metal box with a door on it on top of this thing.
Great.
To make some sort of easy bake oven situation.
Perfect.
He's getting ready to pop some croissants in there.
Great. Happy.
Good. Right, the rest of you.
Okay.
You were doing something pertinent, I think?
Hear me out.
Okay.
This fire elemental, this
Yeah.
demon in here,
Yeah.
we set it loose.
Yeah.
We set it loose and it'll be so furious,
Yeah.
it'll destroy everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No drawbacks.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone get ready
we
to
put it
run?
to a-
Should we get the chefs out as quick, like give them a head start?
If we remove this fire elemental from its
Housing.
housing,
Yeah.
so can I ask Johnny for a reminder of what is it? Is it kind of in like a ball or a
Yeah, it's kind of in like a. It's in like a force field.
right? Okay.
Just like a swirling mass of energy.
Okay. So if we break this thing out, we think this thing is powering the whole Citadel, right?
Yes.
So the Citadel will stop, which will achieve an aim.
Yes.
So I think we should do it.
And it may go on to destroy everything because it's furious at having been imprisoned for so long.
But if we let it stay in there,
Yes.
with all of the heat situation continuing to go, that will also blow up everything.
I mean, it does look like it's going that way as well. Yes.
Yeah. I think we should look. This thing's in pain. I don't think that's cool.
So you want to spring it?
I think we should spring it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then let's see what it wants to do.
Yeah.
Like destroy everything.
It might not. It might be grateful that it was freed. Might grant us
Yeah.
3 wishes.
Well,
Something will
What are you
happen.
going to do with your wish?
Okay. How do we break How do we break this thing out of this force field?
I kick it.
All right, make me a kick roll.
Okay. My kick roll was, I guess that's plus strength. 9.
Yeah, you stub your toe pretty good.
Anyone else want to try kicking it?
No.
Only Corazon and his condor legs were here.
If wishes were fishes, we'd all cast nets.
Can I tell if the force field itself is magic? Is the force field itself magic, or is it
Yes,
some sort
it
of...
is. Yes, it is magic. It is the only bit that is magic. It seems like a spell was cast to contain this thing. Make me an Arcana check, please.
Oh, I'd love to. All right, that is 12 plus 4, 16.
Okay. It is not just a magic spell that is containing this thing. It is a pretty good magic spell that is containing this thing.
Whoa.
Whoever cast this knew what they were doing, and they were a powerful practitioner of magic. Infer from that what you will.
Well, hang on. In the meantime, we could stop this thing getting prodded.
I mean, you
Yeah.
want to disassemble the kind of proddy mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, me and Egbert have been doing a great job at wrecking up mechanisms, and these legs are made of stone, right?
Yeah.
And who do we know who's good at stone?
Yeah, I'd like to cast stone shape on these items, and instead of them being proddy things, I'd like to have them all just be little stumps.
Okay, you are on the other side of a wall of like metal and glass.
Right.
Oh.
And it is extremely hot in there. We're talking
Okay.
just like a fire bathysphere.
This tragedy can't be prevented because
It
it's
is-
happening behind glass.
It is possible. It is possible to get in there. You can see there are posters on the wall. They're all intraconic, but they have lovely
What are they?
pictograms of basically like there's a lizard folk kind of opening the door and then being blasted with fire and sort of melting. But then there's like one that's like wearing like protective gear, and then they have like oven gloves, and they do manage to pull out the sphere. It does seem possible to remove the thing. It does seem possible to get in there and thus get rid of these like.
Yeah.
But the sheer amount of red text on this poster infers that this is a process that is only to be undertaken under the strictest supervision in the direst of consequences.
Well, let's supervise each other and figure out some kind of heat shielding for, I'm going to say, Egbert.
Does there appear to be any safety gear? Any oven
Yeah,
gloves?
let's have a look
Any
for
like
the-
full
Make
body
me an intelligence
protective
investigation
gear?
check, and do let me know how you do, but we're going to zip
Okay.
back to Corazon.
Yeah, how are the croissants doing?
Well, the croissants smell delicious. They are nearly ready. The bad news is, with nothing else to do, he is just pouring on all of the stuff. He's running you through for the 5th or 6th time now.
Running you through.
All of these, just running you through. The safety features or lack thereof of this place. He says, in addition, the central core can be removed in the event of excess heat to emergency dissipate some of the heat. This, however, will cause the temperature in the room itself to skyrocket, and pretty soon it will start to affect the structural integrity of said room.
Oh, wow.
However, if it is the choice between that and the whole thing going sky high, well, I hate this kitchen, even though I love this kitchen.
Okay, so with all the stuff unplugged, presumably the heat is now ticking up
It is,
a
yeah.
lot faster. Okay.
In fact, your little boiler thing is starting to look a little bit unstable.
Okay.
You're starting to worry that if the pressure builds up so much in there, before the croissants are done, they will explode. Well, they will be exploded to
Okay.
be.
Right, well, I obviously need to get out of here soon, but the croissants are nearly done. Okay. All right, I'm going to wait until the croissants are done.
Roll me a d20.
19.
Okay, all right. I rolled a 20, which is higher.
That is higher than 19.
Not by much.
Yeah.
So, good for now. There's sort of a rumbling noise going on, but
Okay.
it's not gonna.
I'm like, come on.
Come on.
All right, back with
Dirty 20.
dirty 20,
13.
13,
18.
18.
I didn't roll.
Okay.
Remember, I can't read, or I really don't understand colours either way.
understand
So-
Pictures, though.
Not really.
Okay.
Can you see?
Yes.
The
think.
result you rolled is the rating on your gear.
Oh.
So
Oh, cool. Okay. So Egbert's is 0.
Egbert's is 0, yes. Merowyn's, yours isn't too great either. You can tell for what it's worth. Like, yours feels a little bit flimsy. It's a little bit like flannel oven gloves versus silicon insulated things.
Egbert has removed clothes.
Yes.
Oh, it's getting warm.
Okay, so we're suited up. I think we
Yes.
should go in there and prepare to delicately remove this fire elemental from its housing,
Okay.
following the instructions to the best of our ability.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okey-doke.
All right. Well, if we're all armored up except Egbert, I would like to open that grating, that door, and walk into the reactor core, I suppose.
Yep. Okie dokie. Egbert, I am definitely going to need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Did you heal those wounds from earlier? Is that
Merylwen,
No.
roll me a d20.
Oh, no.
This will mess with you. Try and roll under a 13.
Oh.
A 17.
That
Oh.
That wasn't
Higher.
wow.
It
I've
doesn't.
got to go under.
Oh, yeah. I got
Egbert,
the wrong way
what
round.
What does that say? I'm
Yeah.
not good with numbers.
Make
Oh, that's a 1. That's a 1, Johnny.
Okay, make me a Constitution saving throw.
They just added him to Idle Champion.
Oh, no.
That is yeah, 19.
Oh, no.
Good. Okay, so you're going to take 10 points of fire damage.
Oh.
You're flame resistant, aren't you?
Yeah, to a degree.
All right, you're going to a degree.
Yeah, resistant, not proof.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. You're taking 21 points of fire damage, but
Got
I'll
it.
roll a d20 and knock off whatever I roll. 1.
5.
Don't know why you're rolling. You
Oh, s-
take 20 points of searing heat damage.
Oh, okay, sorry, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that seems fair.
I would. Did Prudence and I have to roll as well, or?
Well, Prudence, yours was like 20, right?
Yeah, dirty 20.
Just, right, roll
got-
me a d20 and don't roll a 20.
I got a 10.
All right, you're both fine. For now.
Okay.
Yeah, but you managed to hold on to this thing and kind of
Cool.
like pull it out. And basically, the instant you pull it out, it kind of shifts. And you gain the sense that whatever is in here is looking at you very, very intently. Heat in the room starts to skyrocket. As you sort of move it out.
Good time to be properly heat shielded.
Yeah.
Also, a klaxon starts to go off.
Uh-oh.
Like, proper like.
Uh-oh.
You hear the sound of platting feet. It's like plat, 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 plat. Corazon, at first you think that this is a critical failure in the oven system. Roll me a d20.
14.
Okay. You have enough time to snatch the croissants out of the oven. They are done.
Yes.
They are perfect.
Amazing. Can I eat one for quick energy?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, you can. This thing is going to blow in like 3 seconds.
Okay. I take 2 seconds to eat a croissant, and then I dive through the door.
Okay. Make me just a Dex acrobatics check, please. And don't whiff it.
12.
Oh, it's not great. So what I kind of imagined was like a cool explosion with you like being like propelled out with like an armful of croissants and another one in your mouth, being like, "Rrrr." Okay, what's more important to you, avoiding harm or avoiding dropping the croissants?
Dropping how many croissants?
All of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
I'll take the harm.
Okay. 7 points of it, please. You basically, you just like whoomph into a pile.
There.
And, oh yeah, that's a point. Oh, okay. Briefly in your vision, you see sort of a little red bar flash up that just says Georgie, and it kind of goes, "Beep," and it shortens by about a third. And you hear, "Ow! When I drew Grim Sever, that bandit nearly soiled themselves."
I just sort of close the door.
Okay.
I've got the croissants now.
Yeah, all right, mission complete. You don't have to escort him anymore. Fine. You've just shut him in a room that's on fire. Well, it's not really on fire. It's on fire. Oh, is there a powder explosion? A lot of flour in the room? No. Okay. Good. So you are now just outside of that room. The rest of you, you can also hear a klaxon. You can hear a lot of people rushing to a room that is sort of just down that corridor and off to the right. The rest of you hear a sort of an explosion from sort of just off to the left and then down a corridor, you think. You can also hear like a lot of feet, a lot of like, blah, 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 blah. Just beautiful sounding shouts in Draconic. Egbert,
Yes.
you can hear that they are shouting, core compromised, pressure down, what the hell is going on out there? I knew we shouldn't have eaten so many croissants. Why were we all sleeping on the job? Etc., etc., etc. Lots and lots of lizard folk are coming to investigate your whereabouts.
Okay.
Can I cast Greater Invisibility on the fire elemental in its little magic? Well, what are we holding now? Have we removed the magic force field, or have we removed it from the magic force field?
No, you are holding the magic force field. Kind of like, okay, you know when you go to like one of those medieval, like a Renaissance fair or just in Geth, a fair,
Yeah.
and you win a small fish in a bag.
Yes.
That
Okay.
fire elemental.
Okay. I don't know if I can. I would like to try and cast Greater Invisibility on it.
Okay, let's see.
You or a creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person.
Okay,
Yeah.
then yes, you can do this, but I'm going to need you to directly touch the ball.
Yeah, that's cool. I thought we already were.
Oh, okay, but you're.
I mean, not in the
You mean not
gloves.
protected by...
Oh, right.
No, you don't have to. No, I'm not talking like bare hand, but your
Okay.
gear is the quality of your gear is falling.
Right.
So yours is now. I'm going to say knock off 7 from all of them. So
Okay.
yours is now 13,
Got it.
11.
11, and
-7.
-7,
Yeah.
6.
6. Merylwen. I mean, parentheses and Egbert. You might want to consider getting out of there. But
Yeah.
Who am I to tell you what to do?
What I would also like to do is I would like to cast Control Water
Okay.
and just put a little bit of water around Egbert and myself to try and cool us down.
That is very nice. Yes,
Yeah.
you can do that.
Cool.
So you can have +5 back on these
Yay.
rolls. I'm gonna roll another d20 and try and roll under that number.
I have rolled under that number.
Incredible. You're
Like-
okay.
I rolled a 5,
I rolled a 7.
8.
which is more than minus. Wait, hang on. It was -7. Plus.
Okay, I'm gonna deal with Egbert. Yours was 7. Did you roll over?
I rolled an 8. No, mine is now 11. 6 plus 5.
+5 because of the water. Thank you. Sorry, inspiration because I'm a klutz.
Oh.
Egbert. I mean, I don't want to kill you, but also you are in a position where I need to help.
He's a +5.
+5. Okay, so -7 plus 5 is -2.
Did you roll?
I did roll.
What did you? Oh yeah. Okay. Could you? Can you take 10 more points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay, please do.
Okay.
Great. All right.
Feeling a little peaky.
Prudence, how did you roll?
19.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. 15 points of damage.
Oh.
It
I
is
like it.
very warm in this room.
Is it fire damage? No, it's heat
Yes.
damage.
Oh. Ooh.
Fire resistant. But if it's heat damage, I don't know.
Halve it. Go on.
Halve it.
You may
okay.
halve it.
Okay. What was it?
It was.
All right, 7.5. There we go.
So, did I make the thing invisible?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm thinking we should leave here because it's so hot.
That sounds like a good plan.
Obviously, outside this door, there's going to be like a whole charging
Lizard
army
guys.
of
Yeah.
Yep.
dragon lizard folk.
And maybe a nice comfy bed where I can have a long rest.
Maybe. Okay, so would the invisible.
You want to leave it here in
No.
such a way that they can't.
I want to take it with us, but we'll just
Oh.
pretend that someone else took it and we're on their team.
Oh, because we're wearing protective gear and they can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of that.
Yeah.
Prudence, you
You're
genius.
so smart, Dob.
Wow, I can't believe you came up with that whole plan.
Merylwen, Egbert, and Prudence, please make me wisdom insight checks.
Oh, okay.
Wisdom, you're going to do me like this?
That's a 20.
The 16 minus 1 is 15.
11.
Okay. It occurs to all of you, and if you'll pardon my infernal, this is a idea.
Oh. Oh no.
Sounded good.
Okay. I suddenly have a feeling this is a idea. I don't know.
what you like.
I'm starting to question my
Okay.
decisions.
Okay, so...
There must be a fire exit in this kitchen. Can we just get out the fire
Wait,
exit?
hang on. We can create our own fire exit. We've got this incredibly hot thing. Let's just shove it into one of these walls.
Yeah, just walk through the walls, yeah. That's perfect. Is that a good idea?
It's all right.
All right, now we don't know.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, you can absolutely do it.
Okay.
Right, we're going to try
All right.
and
we need a route
melt
out of
a
here.
hole in
It's
the
going to
wall.
look weird because the thing's invisible, so we just
Yeah.
like push it into the wall, and the wall hopefully will just sort of...
And you just kind of want it to keep going. So it's all right.
If we can get to the exterior wall, we're right by a river. I feel like we can dive,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like take a dive
Yeah.
dramatically into the
Well,
nearby river.
maybe the fall will smash the spell.
Yeah.
Who knows, Merylwen?
Maybe.
Okay, well, let's lock the door behind us. Also, can I try and cast message to Corazon?
Yes.
Sorry, I came out in the corridor and I could see all the lizard men running.
Yeah, they're running towards the room where they're all in.
Okay, well, I'd like to go the other way and just make my way back to my rope.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, great. That sounds chill.
I've got a croissant in my mouth and I'm just lowering myself.
You cast message to Dub. To Corazon.
Corazon, do you read me? It's Dob, your friend, best friend.
Is message one way? I can't remember.
One way.
One
It's one way.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
Corazon, I don't know if you're even still alive or if you can hear this. I hope you haven't made some kind of heroic sacrifice. It would be so like you. But just to let you know, we're trying to melt our way out of the core of this thing with a fire elemental contained in a magic ball. So I hope to God you found a way out.
I say to myself, yeah, that sounds like something they'd do. And I sort of sit on a stump and just enjoy my bag of croissants.
Okie dokie. I would like you to make me a strength athletics check, please, to heft this thing into the wall and give it enough push.
Can we, like, all push together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All four of us?
All right.
Okay. 15.
16.
16.
18.
All right. Nice.
I'm really panicking.
She's got that
All
panic strength.
adrenaline.
Yeah. You all. I mean, it looks.
Pushing with the water as
Yeah.
well.
It looks like. Basically, it looks like 4 individuals doing a mime en masse, and it's very good. The sense of physicality is very convincing. You can even see like veins standing out on necks and like muscles bulging, especially since the Dragonborn seems to have almost completely disrobed. But eventually, yeah, you do. You have this. You've got the ball kind of. It does start to just serenely melt its way through the walls. It's traveling. It is gonna punch a tunnel through this citadel.
Sick.
Did you say you shut the door behind you?
Yeah.
You said locked the door
Locked.
behind you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Because there are some lizard folk now pounding on the door
I bet.
I bet.
to get in.
I bet you want your magic ball, idiots.
What I would also like to do is while I'm pushing some water on the ball to push it through, I'd like to put some water underneath the door and just fill the corridor.
What's your spell save DC, please?
It is a 15.
Okay. That is a 12. You sort of just flush them.
Yeah.
It's sort of just like they're somewhere. It's entirely possible that
We're all
like,
somewhere.
that corridor leads to outside, in which point they have fallen off and are dead. Not sure.
Onto
Sort of-
Corazon's stump.
Whatever. That's the job.
Yeah, they've just been flushed to another part of the whole citadel, basically. With the core removed, the entire citadel has ground to a halt. You can still hear a bunch of lizard folk kind of slapping around upstairs, trying to work out what's going on. Do you want to follow the kind of tunnel that this thing has made? The edges are still glowing orange, but you reckon you can sort of make your way through?
Oh, definitely.
Some
Oh,
water
yeah,
on
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, cool, great.
Can I
Just
take a
wanna
moment
push and push and
to
push and
cast Cure Wounds on myself?
Yeah, okay.
Is that allowed?
Yeah. Yes.
Can I do it from a level 2
Egbert,
spell
that's
slot.
always been allowed.
Yeah. Yeah. And
What happens if I do it from a level 2 spell slot? I've never done this before.
You can roll 2d8s.
2d8, brilliant.
That's what I did for you yesterday.
That was lovely. Yeah.
Hi, guys.
I just noticed I felt a lot better.
It's a marvelous book, Mike. You should read it.
I'm not going to lie.
All the player's guide.
Yeah, it's got all the stuff.
I've got one here. I have it for decoration more than
It's the
Really?
thing that's it's the thing that Seal Gaiman sits on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
So
this
he
little,
can see.
a little cushion on it.
I have a horrible feeling that when I say this, you're going to respond with a question. But don't forget, you can also add your spellcasting modifier.
I know what that is. It's +4. It's my charisma.
Okay, cool.
Obviously.
Okay.
What do you think? This is my first rodeo?
You know, this isn't a rodeo.
Top of the second
What?
rodeo would be my guess.
Then why do I have fine steed if
Go
it's
on.
not a rodeo?
Heal
Before you-
yourself up a bit.
Before you do, just tell me currently how many hit points do you have?
13.
13.
Whoa, metagaming.
Sorry.
I mean, what? He's not going to try and finish Egbert off.
That's 8. Do I add my spellcasting modifier twice?
Huh?
Do I add my spellcasting modifier twice or just once? Okay.
Just the once.
That's 8. That's 13 plus 4 is 17.
17. Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heal up 17 points of damage.
You did it.
Feeling a lot better with my 30 hit points.
Good. Right. So all of you are kind of picking your way through this tunnel while Egbert is kind of just
Touching
slapping
himself.
at it.
Rubbing
In
some
his
aloe
pants.
vera.
I don't know anybody else. And you all of you kind of like
damage. I heal myself.
Whoa. You see like the orb kind of, well, you can't see the orb itself because it's still invisible, but you can see where it punches through this final wall, and then you see daylight outside. And you see a sort of scorch mark coming across the floor. It is rolling towards the edge of the citadel and is sure to fall off. Do you want to watch it go? Might be cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Swan dive after it. I would like to swan dive after it. Is it gonna wait? Is he gonna do a steam explosion?
Oh, yeah.
Probably gonna do a steam explosion.
Prudence, I would like you to make me a wisdom insight check.
Oh, is it one of these again? Okay. Okay, that's 6.
Okay, numerically, it's not a great result, but through context clues, you might be able to glean that this is a suboptimal plan.
Fine. I feel like this is a suboptimal plan.
I'll tell
You really
you what,
put the guide rails up for me today, Johnny, and I thank you.
I cough up some hempen rope.
Oh, perfectly horrifying. Sure, yeah. You're kind of like uncoiling a bunch of hempen rope. Dob, I'm going to say this orb, as it falls away, gets past the sort of the distance it needs to be to you to still be under a spell of greater invisibility. And you see this kind of thing just boop, like wink back into existence and then hit the deck. And there is a sudden like a flash of light. And then roaring up to like the full height of like the citadel standing up, I'm going to say like 3 times, is a gout of flame, which has this sort of like evil-looking face. It's like these big glowing eyes, and then this mouth. It's just like it's all that, and it just roars, and in a very deep voice says, "Thank you for freeing me from my prison, strange adventurers. I am EGX. I am going to wreak havoc over Geth. Somewhere else. Bye." And flies off.
Oh!
You have accidentally released EGX, a named huge elemental, who is neutral evil,
Oh, good.
but is now just sort of in Geth now. But if you can kill him, it's 22,000 XP. So just sit with that for a while. And
How many XP for freeing him? How many XP for freeing him? That was worth a shot.
we do milestone anyway.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, right. Corazon, you see this happen. You're like, whoa, that's a big fire thing.
Damn, gonna need a croissant to steady my nerves.
And yeah, I'm going to say that basically all of you just sort of watch this happen, and you're sort of standing on the lip of this sort of now stationary citadel. Behind you, you can hear the unmistakable sounds of freed prisoners overcoming their captors.
Nice.
And making sure that they can go home. and you've, I guess, technically founded a new static city. It's a fixer-upper, but, I mean, what sounds better to you? New Saint Crois or Saint Crois de?
How about Saint Crois on legs?
Saint Croix on legs. I
Saint
love
Croix
it.
on legs.
Yeah, on
Oh,
sea.
Oh,
EN,
yeah.
yeah.
Saint Croix on legs. Right, perfect. Write it down on your maps, folks.
You can do your swan dive now if you want.
I'd still like to dive into the river.
Oh, yeah, 100% do it.
Hooray!
That's a great
Yeah.
idea.
That's how I get down.
I'm gonna
Okay,
do a running bomb.
okie dokie.
On the water will be nice and cool on all your
Yeah.
turns.
Yeah. It's also quite red because there was a lot of gore on Prudence that has just sort of washed off as she dove into the river.
Oh, yeah?
What about you two nerds? You staying up there?
Go on in, the water's lovely.
I elegantly swan dive. I want to do a few flips on the way and then land belly flop.
All right.
I jump, and in the middle of the air, I turn into a bear and do a massive cannonball.
Onto my back, presumably.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, we kind of the scene sort of ends on a group of friends splashing each other.
I sort
in
of
the
walk
river.
up and I'm like, how did it go? Does anyone want a croissant? Ah. Yeah. I gave everyone a croissant.
Okay.
Oh, thanks. Corazon, how many of those have you eaten?
Well, probably 8 or 9. But there's still loads left. And they're only going to go up in value because the artist that created them is dead.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that woman's husband?
We'll never know.
I'm not keeping track of every chef I meet, Egbert.
Okay. Of every chef we boil alive.
And yep, mission accomplished. I guess.
Yay!
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to this live Oxventure. We really appreciate you being here. We have a new Oxventure YouTube channel. It's just for Oxventure stuff. It's youtube.com/Oxventure. Please subscribe. There's going to be new stuff on there every week, coming soon. Lots of Oxventure. It's all happening. Please subscribe. Thank you.
We have the house lights up, so we can take a very quick selfie,
yeah.
and then we'll get off your lovely stage.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody say hey!
Everyone say
Hey!